Kindergarten, today we are going to do something really fun. We're going to make fall trees. We've already been talking about warm colors, which are, remember artist, red, orange, and yellow. You're going to have a small piece of paper, okay? You only get one, so let's not make a mistake. And I'm going to have you draw with a marker right away. You're going to use your brown marker first. You're going to put your name on the bottom. Remember, no name, no fame. Name on the bottom left. Now I want you to think of the letter Y, artist. Right in the center, you're going to make the letter Y. We can always trace it first. It's got a V on top and a stick that goes down. And you want to do it kind of big in the middle. And like I said, we're going right to the marker. We're not erasing, artist. And there's your letter Y. Now every time a tree branch goes off, I want you to think of making the letter Y. And you're going to think of balance, meaning you don't want your tree to be bare and have nothing on one side. See how I have the rest of it that I haven't done? And I'm going to take and put the letter Y. You can have little Y's come off of this one, little Y's, some little Y's come in the middle. And all you're doing today, artist, when we make our fall tree, is you're taking the brown marker and you're making a letter Y every time a branch goes off. We're making a very simple tree. Now when that's done, what you're going to do is you're going to take your green marker. And this is the background line, and you want it to be a hill. And we talked about when you hit a bump and jump, and this is going to be a curved hill. See how I have it on the mat so I don't get the marker on my table. I snap Miss Molly, let your marker take a nap. Then you're going to take your crayons, and we're going to color lightly. See what I'm doing, artist? I'm lightly coming in. I'm coloring ooh la la. I'm not coloring pressing hard because that hurts the crayon's head. And yes, I'm going to cover my name. So now I'm just kind of going in waves here. I'm not doing it dark. I'm going to fill the whole ground in. Now for your sky, artist, I chose a blue. You're going to be coloring with a crayon. Like I said, I chose a blue-green, I think. Now see how I kind of colored on the side of the crayon? It made it look, give it lines kind of looking. So here I have blue-green. And I'm going to turn my paper around, artist. And I'm going to start at that line. And I'm going to do the same thing. You can outline that line first if you want to, like we talked about. And you're going to color over your tree. So this is step 1. We might get to the second step today. I'm not sure. Now see how I have my mat? And I can go all the way on the edge of the paper and it doesn't get on my table. We use these mats for everything, for doing oil pastels and painting. And I'm having a light color. I'm not worried about doing it dark. Okay, filling in the entire sky. You choose what color you want. And this might be all we get done today. We'll see how long this takes. Oh, I'm kind of having to lift up my crayon each time so it doesn't hit the bump. Then you're going to put your crayons away. We're going to have to share with our shoulder buddy. Now I'm ready to do something extra. And the something extra, artist, is paint. You have a little tray that looks like this. And I'm going to start the next video after this. A second video for this. You've got it all colored. Like I said, it might be the first class. We might have to do 2. We'll see. This is your tempera paints, and they're in an ice cube tray. This lid is not tight. You're going to share this with your shoulder buddy. See how neat and clean this is, artist? Mrs. Milligan wants you to keep this nice and clean. You're going to use Q-tips. We only dip one in the container. There will be 3 sitting on your container, so we always keep the red Q-tip in the red paint, the yellow Q-tip in the yellow paint, the orange Q-tip in the orange paint, and we only have it on one. You're going to share this with a shoulder buddy, and you're going to fill in. This is called Pointillism, where you have dots. Now I'm just doing tiny little dots, and if you have a sleeve like I do, push it up. And this is going to become your fall tree. Now some leaves are falling, so you could put some on the ground. Now I'm pretty much done with that. That was just with one thing. I didn't even put more paint. See how some of my dots are big, some of them are not, some of them are smaller. I'm going to set it right there on the edge. See, I don't have paint on that, artist. And then I'm going to take my yellow, make sure I'm not dripping, and I'm going to put some more fall leaves. Now, George Seurat was an artist that invented Pointillism, and that's just with painting with little dots to create a picture. Oh, look at this beautiful paint going on my paper. That's why we wanted the background all filled in first. And like I said, you're going to have to share. And then when we get done, we're going to set them on the edge of our table because these are so small that papers will fall through the drying rack, okay? And you can put as many dots of these as you want. Fill in your tree. And what I like about this is you can still see, artist, my tree that I made. I'm filling it in. Put some red on the ground here. Maybe you don't think it's full enough and you want to go back in and go back to the orange. So here I go. Add some more on the orange. When you're done with this, like I said, set it aside and I will get you some paper or a coloring sheet. Artists, these are fall trees kinders with tempera paint, markers, and crayons. Okay, for cleanup for this, I wanted to let you know you're going to set, I will probably not use these again. You're going to leave them just like this. Mrs. Milligan will then take out the Q-tips and throw them away, and I'll put the lids on them. So you're going to set this aside. We only use this on this project, not on a free draw. Thank you, artist.